Hey, hey guys. We're back. We're back. So I've got some pre-shuffled messages. I was getting this vibe like in the past. I feel like if you just caught the last read that we did, we're diving into where the third person is. So the past was dealing with someone who was procrastinating, who would rather burn bridges, isolate themselves, be in their feelings, give you the silent treatment, make you feel left out because they were in some self-inflicted rejection that they projected out on you. And you were kind of left to be on your own because this person had a severe lack of trust and was not loyal. Where you are now, you're connecting with your tribe. Change is on the horizon. We have the inner child being held in high honor, being spoiled by spirit. People are going to battle for you. They're honored to be by your side. I feel like you're birthing the crown, right? Where you were stuck on Chiron before, you are getting ready to start fresh and go big. This is about being watered from the ground up. After losses and battles, the war is ultimately going to be won, and you are going to move forward into a whole new desire to receive. No longer attracted to the old woundings, right? You look at the old wounds and you see them like red flags blaring in your face, and you're like, yeah, no thanks. Like, it's not attractive. The things that you used to be attracted to, you are not attracted to anymore. Now you are in this era of receiving the golden eggs and holding those golden eggs with gratitude. Like, absolutely. So that was the pre-shuffle message. We're going to spin the wheel and we're going to roll the astro dice, see what signs come out, what placements come out, who needs it. All signs. All the signs need this message. All right. So we're going to do the main read, and then I'll pull some specifics for each sign at the end. Which signs may be particularly potent for this message? We have Pisces, Venus, and 6th house. So you could have stronger significant Pisces in your chart. You could have it in the 6th house. You could have Venus in Pisces or Venus in the 6th house. You could have any combination of 12th house, 2nd house, 7th house, or 6th house. Pisces, Taurus, Libra, or Virgo. Those might be particularly important. I'm also being guided to Midhaven, Pisces Midhaven, or if you have Taurus, Libra, or Virgo, Midhaven. If they're not in your big three outright, right? Because those could be definitely big three stuff. So let's see what the vibe is. Really, all signs. What is the vibe for spirit? What is the vibe? That spirit letting you know, like, the sign for this energy, this goes beyond sign. This goes beyond sign. Like, alignment is an alignment. You're outside of the program, the solar quote unquote system, right? It's a program. You're beyond that. All signs came out. All right. Yeah, I'll pull guidance cards. I will do that at the end. I'll pull guidance cards for each of the signs, and then I'll put some timestamps in the description after. So once you guys get through the main message, you can skip right to your guidance cards. All right. What is the vibe, please, for this read? Ooh, talk about the golden egg, right? We got the narcissist card. Egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. That's one. Who's the second energy? Cutting ties and intimacy. Yeah. So someone was parading around like a golden egg, but they were not the golden egg. Person number 2 has cut ties with that person. Freedom, standing up, awaken, right, are the key words on that card. Like all this red thread stuff, this twin flame stuff, this sacred soulmate stuff. They're like, I want mutual respect. I want unity. And I want closeness, right? Person number 2. Person number 2 is free, and they're definitely in touch with themselves. Bottom of the deck is thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. And I think that's exactly what person number 2 is letting go of. That was the old attraction, right? The old wounds and what we were drawn to and attracted to in the past, right? When we were attracting these kind of narcissistic people. Let's get some Kipper. Let's clarify these energies further. Give me one for the narcissist, please. Courthouse. They're in divine court. They're in divine court. Judgment's being passed on them as I'm hearing as we speak. Judgment is being passed on them as we speak. Give me a card for the second person. Thoughts and main female. This person knows it. They know they are in that main female energy, that high receiving, right? They know they deserve to receive and they deserve to be the main person. They don't want to share. They don't want to compete. Maybe that's a better word, right? This person knows that they don't have to compete. They shouldn't have to compete with other people, low vibe people. You know, if it's a narcissistic person, especially if it was coming from the first read, you know, and this is a continuation or a carrying over specifically into the person 1 and person 3 that was in that read. Person number 1 ended up diving deep into their shadow with person number 2 and kind of left number 3 out in the cold. And so now, you know, person number 1 is going through a huge fucking judgment. Like, fuck with spirit and find out. Fuck with spirit and find out. Person number 2, really, we got gift on the bottom. We got gift on the bottom. That golden gift, right? The golden gift. Let's get further clarities. I got my hand-drawn cards. Clarify the narcissist further. This reading is definitely about person number 2. We're getting all these extra cards for person number 2. What is the archetypal energy for person number 1? Yeah, the light hammer. The light hammer. Spirit is raining on them in a real way. This is the light hammer. Take a hammer. Take a hammer to an egg. And what happens? Spirit's hilarious. I'm getting such interesting imagery. Oh my God. Take an egg to a hammer, or a hammer to an egg, and see what happens. Give me a clarifying archetypal energy for person number 2, please. Yeah. This is where they were. The broken mind. The broken mind. They could have a demon right in front of them and perceive them like an angel and see all of their potential, you know, like all of that stuff. Really, the fireplace. They put that shit right in the fireplace. Like, nope. Give me one more. I feel like there's more. Yeah. That's that Chiron wound I was talking about. They were dealing with Chiron. They were dealing with Chiron. They're birthing the crown. They were stuck on Chiron. They had these wounds, these mother, father, idol wounds. Alchemy is on the bottom. They're going through the transition right now. That lead, all that time, right? The main ingredient with alchemy turning lead into gold is time and patience. And I feel like we're finally at that point with person number 2 where the gold is there. You know, the gold is there. It's not about waiting anymore. It's about legit reaping the good hard work that you've put in and have sown for yourself. Like, take a minute to just like really applaud all that you've done and where you are, because you're not locked in that cycle anymore. I think you have and or are reflecting big on a time when, right? The thoughts card. When you coulda, shoulda, woulda been the main female and were left out in the cold by narcissistic people who just abandoned you because you saw their potential. That's the beauty of Chiron energy. It sees potential. But we have wounds, and it's those wounds that see potential and fight for potential. The wounds do that. When we are fighting for the potential of someone, we are balls deep in our wounds. And person number one from the last read definitely is learning that, because they see all kinds of potential in person number two. And person number two is being cold as shit. What do we have here? This is the Nicoletta Sicoli Tarot. Yeah, Seven of Swords, King of Swords on person number one with the Hermit card. This person is more isolated. Even if they're around people, they are so on their own. They don't have a player in sight. Three of Wands. Yeah, they took that first step to the deceptive role. There's even a fox in the background. There's even a fox in the background on that card. They're an angel sitting up in a barren tree with that fox in the background. Like, go ahead. Like, go ahead. Four of Coins on the King of Swords. They're holding on to stubborn perspectives. Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. The angel, right? Like, yeah, she's got the bird's wings, but the bird is flightless. And look how empty the eye of that bird looks. It's empty. Like, yeah, it's holding the angel, but it looks like it's void. And they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Hey, Lala. They don't know what to do. Person number one is lost. They're holding on to their perspectives. They're holding on to their way of thinking and thinking that they're right. Like, you want to talk about a narcissist? You want to talk about a narcissist? They will not admit. They will not admit that they are wrong. They will not admit that they fucked up. They will not admit how fragile they are and how afraid of breaking they are. They are in divine judgment right now. They're in divine judgment right now. Oof. Any window of opportunity person number one had, they blew it. They're going round and round in circles. Literally, snail's pace. Round and round in circles, thinking that they're a better snail because they're bigger than the small snail. Even in the previous reading, right? We had the magician out there manipulating this smaller person because they think they're better than somebody else. They think they're better than person number two. They're no better than person number two. They're just like person number two. They're no different. They're no different. Person number one has their head up their ass so far. So far. They cannot smell the roses, literally. They cannot smell the roses. What is going on with person number two? Where is person number two at? What are they dealing with? What are they processing through? What insight, please, Spirit? We got the Ace of Cups. The Five of Wands. What else? The Five of Swords. Spirit, I just got to download. Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. Oh my God. Okay. What else, please, Spirit? Give me one more in clarity, please. Give me one more in clarity, please. 9 of Cups. 7 of Cups on the Ace of Cups. 4 of Cups on the 5 of Wands. 10 of Wands reversed on the 5 of Swords. And give me one more. Give me at least one more. And the Emperor. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Wands. And the top of the deck is the 9 of Wands. Minor Arcana for Chiron. Hey Risa, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Okay. So person number 1 is on the divine's shit list. Okay. Person number 1 is on the divine's shit list. They are under divine judgment. Spirit's taking a hammer to the golden egg facade that they are putting on. And they are going round and round, parading around like an angel, just being isolated. They're completely isolated. They don't have another player on the board. They're surrounded by NPCs. Person number 2, we have the Ace of Cups with the 7 of Cups. So right now, person number 1 knows that they have lots of love to give, but it kind of feels like whack-a-mole. You know what I mean? Like many different opportunities, none of them are quite worthy of sticking. And I feel like you've maybe been in that energy for a while where you know what you're capable of giving, but haven't really met a soul that's ready to receive all that you are. With the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Cups, this is that energy that I was talking about, like the old attraction. You're like, what do I have to do to get the fuck away from you? Like, leave me alone. Like the old dragons, right? The old reptilian brain of people, right? The old NPCs that you were attracted to. You're like, I'll sit in my bubble. I will sit in my bubble before I go giving my good stuff away to this bullshit energy again, right? Just get away from me. It's like raining down wisdom, right? The apples coming from underneath of her skirt. It's like dropping wisdom bombs on these people. Like, you are not on my level. Like, respectfully, it's not that I'm better than you. It's just everybody has a vibe, and my vibe and your vibe do not mix. Like, get away. Shoo. You know, shoo. You and me are not on the same soul level. We are not on the same page. I'm looking for something deep. I'm looking for something connected. I'm looking for someone in tune with spirit. I'm looking for someone who understands how to treat people. I'm not dealing with some guessing game where you could be good to me today, and then a year from now, you're right back in the same boat with the fucking narcissist that you walked away from the beginning, you know, which is where we get this funny download, because you're like, bitch, I will cut you. That's some cut a bitch shit. Like, you're not a real person. You're a fucking vegetable, right? Vegetable brain. Like, these are people who are not in check. Like, I will cut that shit off so fast. No burden. No burden with that 10 of Wands in the reverse. Absolutely not. We have a graveyard of vegetables here. All those vegetables, all the false promises, that is in reverse. That is in reverse. Fucking vegetables. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. They're just NPCs after NPCs. And you've been cutting through the bullshit left and right because you know what you're after. You know what you're after. It's that 9 of Cups with the Emperor. 9 of Cups with the Emperor. Like, that is what I want. That is what I'm choosing. I'm choosing my wish. I'm choosing high masculine energy. All these low vibe people, absolutely not. And it's not like they're not trying. It's not like they haven't showed up. You're like, no, I know what I want. And it's not a fucking vegetable. I want a real person. I want someone in tune with their inner child. right? Even the masculine energy, it's a child, it's beginner's mind. It is a masculine who chooses from a place of innocence. It is a masculine that chooses from a place of purity. It is not a masculine who chooses from a place of ego or bullshit. You have alchemized out of that shit. Alchemized way out. Way out. Like all these lizard brains, right? All these lizard brains creeping around, like trying to blend in, like, oh, you can't see me. You can't see me creeping on you. You can't see me spying on you. It's like, bitch, go ahead and spy. Go ahead and spy. We ain't in the same vibe. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll learn something. Take a page out of what I'm reading. Go ahead and take a glance. Take a look at what I'm reading. Go ahead. It's not like you don't know they're there. It's not like you don't know they're there. You can feel them breathing down your fucking neck with their energy. You know they want it. You know they're thinking about it. They are. They are. Sucks to be them. It sucks to be them. They had a fucking gift. They had a gift. They had that golden gift. Ooh, we got unexpected income under there. Wealthy masculine energy under there. Listen, whatever spirit is aligning with you, I'm telling you, it is a bonus. It is a bonus. It is the reality of what your energy is genuinely meant to manifest when you don't give in to this vegetable bullshit. It's like, why? Why would I settle? Why would I settle for a fucking radish? Why? Take the fucking head off that shit. Like, absolutely not. Dropping knowledge bombs, wisdom bombs, like, you cannot handle me. You cannot handle me, I promise you. You think you can, you think you want to. I'm telling you right now, vegetables will not hold up. Vegetables will not hold up. Once they come out of the ground they're hiding in, they start to go bad. They got to stay planted firmly in the ground that they're in. And you're like, I am a living, breathing, moving person, soul. You and I are not compatible. You and I are not compatible. You had the wildest dream. Yeah. Refusing to go into the crash out. Refusing. It's like, absolutely not. You can try and invade my energy all you want, you dumb motherfucker. I ain't going back. I'm not going back. I don't know who you think you are or who you thought I was. Or who you thought I was. That I was just going to roll over and play radish with you. Absolutely not. You can be a fucking radish if you want. I'm a person. I'm a real person. I'm real. I'm real. You just pretend to be. You just pretend to be. You draw your face on every day and figure out what kind of mask you're going to wear, what kind of facade you're going to wear to protect your fragile ego. No thanks. No thanks. Yup, that part. No thanks. I'm real. The people watching this read, person number 2, y'all are real ones. Real ones. Real golden ones. Gifts from spirit to anybody you would choose. You are a gift. You're recognizing just how valuable you are and are only willing to receive the same gift in return now. You're like, I'm not trading this golden gift of a self for a fucking radish. That's the exchange. I would have to be fucking foolish. I would have to be foolish to think that radish is as valuable as the gift that I got right here. This golden gift. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So good for you, because person number 2, you have been through so much. You have burned bridges. You have isolated yourself. You have taken the silent treatment from fucked up people like that, who self-inflicted their own rejection and projected it out at you. You've dealt with disloyal people. You've dealt with people who didn't fucking trust you because they didn't trust their own damn selves. They didn't trust their own damn selves. projected all of that shit at you. You dealt with all of it and then went through your isolation, went through your healing process, cut them fucking cords and woke up. You cut them fucking cords and woke up. You stood up for yourself and you're like, no, this is what I want. Mutual respect, unity, closeness, real intimacy that's beyond just the physical body. I want to be intimate in soul with somebody. That's what I want. Well, you can only be intimate in soul with somebody if they've gone that deep with themselves and found it. And you know the difference. You know the difference now. You're not chasing potential anymore. You're like, oh, that bitch has potential. Good for them. It's not real, though. Potential's not real, though. Right? It's just potential. It doesn't exist. It doesn't actually exist. It's potential. You're like, yeah, I'm not falling for that again. People either are or they aren't. They either are or they aren't. And if they aren't, hard pass. Hard pass. No thanks. No thanks. We're going to pull guidance from my spiritual as fuck deck for each of the signs. All right. Spirit, please. Let me get Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cat, Aqua, Pisces, and Ophiuchus. Spirit, please. What guidance card for Aries? What guidance card for Aries? What card above all others? Be the person you needed when you were a kid. Be the person you needed when you were a kid. Love yourself like that. Love yourself like that. Did you need someone who protected you? Did you need unconditional love? Did you need more attention? Did you need praise? Did you need to know someone had your back? You're a big kid now, and you can do that with a little pipsqueak still living inside your rib cage. Aries. Do that for yourself. I love that card. I love that card. Be the person you needed when you were a kid. All right. Taurus. What card for Taurus, please, Spirit? Taurian energy. Mind you, Taurus also came out in the dice. What card above all others, please? Yeah. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. Taurus, you might still be in this push-pull with person number one in their energy. Getting on the other side of it, like this is where you're going to find yourself when you start to really cut that cord and let this shit go. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Yeah. It says, what's the first thing you thought of when you read negative shit? What's the first thing you thought of when you read negative shit? Write that shit down and take some space from it for a week. Then notice of what happens in your life. You'll probably really like the results. I love you too, Angel. Yeah. Whatever you thought of, beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. Whatever you thought of when you read negative shit, give yourself 1 week away from it. If you have to tell it you're taking space entirely, then you do that. Be like, listen, I'm taking a break for a week. If you need me, you're gonna have to figure it out or call somebody else. Let that negative shit go for 1 week and see how different things are in life. Taurus. All right, Gemini. What is the guidance, please, for Gemini? What is the guidance, please, for Gemini? We got 2. Stop saying yes to shit you hate. Be kind-hearted as fucking full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker. Maintain boundaries. Stop saying yes to shit you don't want to do. Yeah, you can be kind and you can be full of love, but maintain those boundaries. Stop saying yes to shit. It says we say yes to dumbass shit because we want to be cool, to take care of others, and because we think we need a reason to say no. The people we say no to may never understand why we needed to say no in order to be true to ourselves. You don't even have to know why you said yes in the past. Don't get stuck in a process spiral about it. If you're not into it, just stop saying yes and move the fuck on. Letting people fuck with you is not a spiritual attribute. Think about Archbishop Desmond Tutu. That dude wouldn't have done the good shit he did in the world if he let people walk all over him. Even His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, tells people to fuck off sometimes in his own compassionate as fuck way. Stop doing shit you don't want to do. Stop saying yes to people. Stop saying yes. If it's not in alignment, it's not in alignment. You can't force it. You can't force it to be in alignment. If you don't want to do it, stop making yourself do it. You don't want to. You legit don't want to. You can't stand it. The things you're saying yes to, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm doing it. You don't fucking want to. Sorry, I can't. Oh, why? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. Well, how can I get you to want to? You can't. I just don't want to. It's not meant for me. If it's a person, then I guess it's a person. Like, sorry, you are not meant for me. Just be honest. Right? Gemini energy. All right, Cancer. What card for Cancer, please, is guidance? What card above all others for Cancer, please? My water babies. Feel your fucking feelings. Feel your fucking feelings. Set a timer for 30 minutes and give yourself full permission to feel whatever it is you've been avoiding. Organize your sock drawer while you cry, or seethe, or get jiggy with some hardcore self-pity. Then, when the time is up, get off your ass and do something constructive. Your big little sweetheart of a heart will thank you later. You've got to sit with your feelings, Cancer. It is not a curse to feel like you feel. It is divine that you feel what you feel, because if you sit with your feelings and you can admit to yourself that you don't like something, you don't like feeling something, and just accept it and then do something constructive. Notice it says organize your sock drawer while you do all of this shit and then do something constructive. It's not that organizing your sock drawer is not constructive. It's just not spiritually related. You have to take actions on what you're feeling. You have to act in accordance with that. That's the guidance from spirit. Feel your fucking feelings. Feel them. Pay attention to what they're telling you. That is your GPS. That is your GPS right there. Cancer. Trust what you're feeling is accurate to your alignment. And if it doesn't feel good, it's because spirit is telling you it is in misalignment. No matter what or who or how many of anything it is, it's in misalignment. And you have to acknowledge exactly that. Because ignoring your feelings and acting like your feelings don't matter, I guarantee you, you are not the only one who is treating your feelings like they don't matter. I guarantee you. All right, Leo. Leo. A card above all others, please, for the Lions. What is the advice for Leo? Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Leo. Came out in the last read. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. For real, for real. It says, quit going back to people, places, and things that make you unhappy. Were you sad when you were getting drunk all the time? Quit that. Do you drink every time you see that friend, even though you don't want to drink because it makes you sad? Quit that friend. Does Forever 21 make you feel fat? Tell Forever 21 to fuck off. Does that lover leave you feeling unlovable? Don't go looking for loving from that lover. It may not be easy, but it's simple as fuck. Leo. It's time to quit. If it doesn't make you feel happy, it's time to quit. Stop going back and looking for happiness in the place you lose it. For real. If happiness is not there in whatever it is you're choosing, stop choosing it. All right, Virgo. Guidance for Virgo, please. Virgo energy. What card above all others, please, Spirit? Integrity is the new black. Virgo, and you came out on the dice. Integrity is the new black. Integrity means having your actions match your values. Most of the time, integrity takes a lot of not doing stuff, not smacking people, not yelling at people, not talking shit, not stealing stuff, not lying, not littering, not eating your roommate's last gluten-free, soy-free, vegan pizza roll when the temptation is strong to do the bad thing. Sometimes it helps to write down the good thing and put it in your back pocket. It's hard to justify smacking someone when you have your ass pressed up against the word compassion. Integrity. It means doing the right thing even if no one sees. Choosing the right energy even if no one else acknowledges it. Choosing what is in alignment. Choosing what is in high alignment, even if no one else understands. Even if everybody else hates you for it. Choosing in high alignment. That is integrity, is the new black, Virgo. Sometimes you just have to choose what's right. Because it is what it is. The low vibratory energies will always fucking hate you and vilify you and damn you and isolate you and point their finger at you and blame you when you're acting in alignment and they're not. Like, oh, you can't be a shitty person with us. You can't be in a low vibe with us. You can't just be like everybody else. Like, no, I have integrity in my soul, thanks. And I know better. Because any path without integrity ends up being a path of pain. Every single time. So Virgo, remember that. Integrity is the new black. Do the right thing even if no one else understands. All right, Libra. Libra. What card of guidance for Libra, please? What card of guidance for Libra, please? Libra, you also came out in the dice. Forgive the fuck out of someone today. Forgive the fuck out of someone today. Who do you gotta forgive, Libra? Says you're probably thinking it's not that easy. Sorry, but yes, the fuck it is. Take all the energy you've put into being mad and making a case for how wrong so-and-so is and let that shit go. Start small so you can get the hang of it. The driver who just cut you off, yell, I forgive you, and wave. Secret bonus perk. Forgiving someone usually pisses them off worse than anything else. Not if they're in alignment. If they're in alignment and you forgive somebody who's in alignment, they're going to be grateful to know that you're healing, to be fair. But you need to forgive somebody. Stop being mad and making the case that so-and-so is so wrong. Learn to let it go. If you're still mad about it, anger, 100% of the time, starts from being mad at the self and projecting it out at somebody else. Because you probably knew better and didn't listen to yourself. You didn't listen to your intuition about it. So if you're angry, it is a projection of the self. You're not mad for the reason that you think, if you're thinking it's someone else. So forgive them. And then forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for making the mistakes and for having to learn and having to heal. Like, forgive yourself for being human and needing to heal. But don't blame. Don't blame and point the finger at somebody, especially if it's not their fault you're pissed. Forgive the fuck out of someone today. All right, Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio. Spirit, what is the guidance for Scorpio, please? What is the guidance for Scorpio, please? It's up to you to find beauty in the ugliest days. It's up to you to find beauty in the ugliest days. Everyone's survived some super shitty days. But even when it comes to those crappiest of crap days, if you look back, you can pretty much always find something beautiful. Maybe someone was unexpectedly kind to you. Or for a split second, the startling gold sunset made you forget that life was crumbling. Or perhaps there were donuts with sprinkles at your first AA meeting. The trick is to train yourself to spot the beauty in that very moment, aka real time. It makes the ugly days a little less ugly. See the beauty in everything, Scorp. Even in the crappiest of crap days, there was something beautiful to notice and focus on instead. The crap is just misaligned stuff. It's just things coming up to heal. There's beauty in all of it. looking back at the past, especially if you were dealing with person number one and the narcissist of the world and dealing with all these fucking vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, look back and find gratitude, if anything, and nothing else, for your own strength that you made it through it to have another day. Because that kind of strength is beautiful. That's beautiful. To go through the ugly and believe enough in the beautiful that you wake up again tomorrow. That's beautiful, even despite the ugly. Give yourself some real credit. All right, Scorp. Saggy. All right, Sag. Spirit, what is the guidance for Sagittarius? You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Amen. Hey, Rita's Biz, how you doing? You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Remember that fireplace card that popped out earlier? It showed up? You're like, fuck that. It says, you know how you can tell if someone is taking advantage of you? You feel like shit after giving to them. That shit isn't healthy for anyone. Put the matches down and back away. They can get warm on their own. Now do something kind for yourself. That's better service to the world anyway. How do you know someone is taking advantage of you? It feels like shit after you give to them. It feels like shit. Yeah, they're taking advantage of you. Yeah, they are. Stop putting yourself on fire. Stop lighting yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Doesn't feel good. Gemini, your polar sign, was dealing with the same kind of shit. Like, stop saying yes to shit you hate. Healthy fucking boundaries. Healthy boundaries. No, it doesn't feel good to give to you, so I'm not anymore. Person number 2 was understanding this very clearly. Maybe you just needed the confirmation. Because if you've got to light yourself on fire and feel like shit for somebody else, you're like, absolutely not. I'm not going to bring this golden gift energy into your reality and feel like shit for it. Fuck off. Respectfully, with love and light, go fuck yourself. Find your warmth somewhere else. It's not with me. It's not with me. It feels like shit to give to you. All right, Cap. Yeah, we don't fucking play. We don't play. Those are fucking games. What is the guidance for Cat, please? What is the guidance for Cat, please? Ooh. Cards are flying. I got 2. 3 ways to fail at everything in life. 1, complain about everything. 2, blame others for your problems. And 3, never be grateful. Three ways to fail at everything in life. Today's to-dos. 1, don't complain about shit. 2, take full responsibility for every single thing in your life. And 3, be grateful for shit. Tonight's to-dos. Look at yourself in the mirror. See how hot you are for yourself and be grateful for your bad self. Yeah. You just get shit done and be proud of who you are and what you're doing. And the fact that the energy that you're in, not complaining, taking responsibility for yourself and being fucking grateful is really attractive. That's how you win at life. It says, in order to love who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. You can't complain. You can't be ungrateful. They shaped who you are, and you're a better person because of it. You are a better person because of it. It says anything truly cool about you was created from the life you've lived. Remember that when you start to wind down the shame spiral. No time is wasted. No love is wasted. No tears are wasted. No breath is wasted. You being you is important, and every single thing that made you is of value. Tell shame to suck it. Do not be ashamed of who you are, what you need to choose and do for yourself. There is no shame in your game. Capricorn's the GOAT for a reason. Capricorn will take it there. Capricorn will get there. Like, do not forget, Cap, that every steep ass fucking mountain that challenged you, you climbed it and made it to the top. And the only reason why you made it to the top is because there was no way in hell you were going to back down to a fucking rock. That's all these experiences with these people are. They're just dense as fucking rocks. They're challenges, and you rise to each and every one of them, and it shows you your strength and your technical superpowers. They're like fucking superpowers. So don't hate the experiences that shaped you. Don't complain about it. Don't blame other people. Just own your shit and be grateful for the experience. Thank you. That's just a little more pain that I could turn into power. Appreciate it. Didn't know I had more room to fill with power. Thanks. Thanks. Just upgraded. Appreciate it. You know, on a real note. All right, Aqua. Guidance for Aqua, please. Spirit. Guidance for Aquarius, please. What card above all others? Loving is its own reward. Loving is its own reward. Anybody who has loved knows how good it feels to give love. We love giving love, do we not? I love love. I love giving love and being in that energy. I love loving. Won't do it for the wrong people. Not anymore. We've been there, done that. But the feeling of being loving is such a great feeling. It says the very act of loving is the benefit of the risk. We all want to be loved back. We all want to be supported. But when you grow up, you see that it has nothing to do with how the person who receives your love reacts, and all about you just being willing to open your heart in this dangerous world. Be a gangster and love the fuck out of somebody today. Expect nothing in return. Love because it feels good. Speak truth because it feels good. Be generous because it feels good. Be compassionate or considerate because it feels good. Take a leap of faith on something because it feels good. Align with those high vibrations and do it because you can. Not because you get something back, but because you can. And it feels good. You know, I've told the story where I went around in a Wawa and then a supermarket and started shoving dollar bills places. I just took a bunch of dollar bills and just started shoving them in boxes and in between bananas and shit. I was like, someone's going to fucking find this. They're going to open it up and find $1. Like, and they just be like, what the fuck? That's awesome. You know, it's just $1, but it's how it changes somebody's whole day. You know, and it's not like I wanted anything back from those people. I was giving random dollars to random places to find whoever it needed to find in divine time and change their day. Like, love for the sake of love's sake. But don't love to get something back, because unless they are also a person who lives by that code of love, to love for the sake of loving, you're probably going to get disappointed. So love because it feels good. And if you want to give love every day and exchange love with every day, find somebody else who views love as valuable the same way. I love loving. It's such a great feeling. I feel that way when I cook for my son. I'm making chicken right now. I'm making drumsticks. I've boiled them in a seasoned broth, and I'm going to do a oven bake with them. I'm so excited. All right, Pisces. Pisces and then Ophiuchus. Spirit, what is the guidance for Pisces, please? Sorry, Siri. I heard someone talking. I was like, what the fuck is Siri talking about? Pisces, manifest the fuck out of your dreams. Manifest the fuck out of your dreams. Pisces, you got spun on the wheel in the reading before this one. Manifest your dreams. The most vulnerable thing to admit to is not your deepest wound. The most vulnerable thing to admit to is not your deepest wound. It's what you really, truly want. We're talking your biggest, crazy assest dreams and desires. Be vulnerable, at least with yourself, and write it down. Make a to-do list and maybe even tell someone, but make it happen. You can do this. The most vulnerable thing to admit to is not your deepest wound. It's what you really, truly want. You have to be able to admit that at the very least to yourself and tell yourself, this is what I want. Because when you acknowledge what it is you really want, you have to look at the reality and say, is it what I'm getting? And if it's not what you're getting, then yeah, you have choices to make if you want to get your biggest, craziest dream and desire. Hey Rita, how you doing? Really, Pisces. Manifest the fuck out your dreams. Anybody can admit their wounds. It's even harder to admit what we really want. And then accept it. Accept what we really want and know that it's our responsibility to make it happen. It's up to us. It's up to us, because if we can't admit what we really want, and we're only in that vibe of this is my wound, that's what you're going to get more of. You got to be able to recognize what it is you want. Pisces. All right, Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus. What is the guidance for Ophiuchus, please? What is the guidance? What card above all others for our Ophiuchians? Or those who just like to tune into the 13th zodiac, because we will not forget. We will not forget. Holy shit, you are enough. Holy shit. You are enough. You are. What would happen if you let yourself drop all the reasons you've made up about why you're not good enough? What if you tried it just for today? You can always go back to believing you're not enough tomorrow, but you may find you like the way it feels to like yourself. Like really, really like yourself. Kind of nice, right? Yeah. What would happen if you let yourself drop all the reasons you've made up about why you're not good enough? What would happen if you just dropped it? What if you stopped believing it just for a day? You can go back to believing you're not good enough tomorrow, but you're not allowed to do that today. Today, you're good enough. And if you're good enough today, then the chances are you're good enough tomorrow too. You are enough. If we choose things and we choose behaviors and we choose actions and we choose vices and addictions that make us feel not good enough or unworthy, then stop choosing those things, because you are enough. You're just masking it up with the disbelief that you are. Or the disbelief that you aren't. Y'all know what I meant. It's that belief that you're not good enough that drives you to do things to reaffirm that belief. If you don't believe you're good enough, of course you're going to do things and choose things and connect with people and places and situations that validate that belief. That's all life is. It's a reaffirmation of what we believe. We manifest what we believe. So believe that you are enough. And you won't choose the things that sabotage that out from your life, from receiving that belief. When you start to practice believing that you are good enough, that you are in alignment, you're choosing it and you know it. You know it. You know it like you know it like you know it. You are choosing in alignment. All of the things that are not in alignment will fall off. And not only will you be good enough, you will start manifesting that same energy back to you that affirms for you, that validates for you that you are in fact enough. Yeah, stop believing you're not good enough. Great advice. Great advice for everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed the read. I hope you guys enjoyed the all signs guidance. And I'm going to go handle some chicken. I'm going to go handle some chicken. And I may or may not be back later, but if not, then I might just be back tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, too, that the moon event is coming up on the 23rd of August. It is the new moon in Virgo, the first new moon in Virgo. And it's a big one. The theme is called Killed Switch. So if you haven't signed up for it, haven't gotten your personal reading for it, it's the most affordable way to get a personal reading with me, and it's via the Etsy shop. All right, you can find that stuff in the description. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.